We love delivering manager and leadership training. This is one of our passions. So let's talk about the way that we can help upskill your leaders and your managers. So the way this Evolution Lab works is it's a cohort of roughly 20 people, and it's 6 courses over 6 months. These are some examples of the type of classes that we might be offering, but everything we do is custom. So, this isn't off the shelf. And so we would start the program with a meeting with you to really uncover what are the things that you want these individuals to learn, what are the challenges that this training can help overcome. And from there, we design the training program, design the 6 sessions, and again, partner with you to make sure we stay on the right track. Once we understand from you what we want to be covering in these 6 courses, we'll put together a 10-question self-assessment for your 20 learners. And we send a mirrored version to the team so that we can see where the gaps are between how leaders think they're doing or managers think they're doing and how the team's doing. And that also informs some of what the design looks like with these 6 courses. So then we proceed through the courses. We have a course. There's an experiential activity in between the courses. For example, it could be, hey, today we talked about building trust. Go talk to 2 of your team members about X, Y, and Z, and then we'll report back and debrief in session 2. So the activities are designed to get people out engaging in the learning material and doing the things that we're asking them to do. So that comes with in between every single course. It also develops kind of some group coaching mentality. So that is they're debriefing on their activity that they did. They're hearing from each other what went well for each other, what didn't work so well for each other, giving each other advice. So it really creates this community through those debriefing exercises. And then on the other side, we do a post-program assessment. So that same assessment goes out to the leaders, the 10 questions, and their team also gets those questions. And then we can put those together and kind of see where have we really been able to have a good impact for the leaders or the managers. Okay, so to give you an example of these assessments, you can see to the top left there, one of the questions we had asked the learners, there's 13 responses. I delivered as much information as I can to my employees. They all agreed or strongly agreed. And then on the bottom there, 74 responses. So these 13 individuals had 74 team members between them all. Those 74 people had a difference of opinion. Only 78% of them agreed. And so now we can see there's a bit of a disconnect. Part of what we need to train on is being more transparent, sharing information. On the other side of the program, those 13 individuals reassessed themselves. We had a couple people get stronger in their agreement. So that meant they felt like they were learning. And we moved the needle from 78% of people agreeing to 92% of people agreeing. So we can really show that, hey, these people really learned and it impacted the team. So this is just an example of some of the types of topics that we might cover. We will send you the full menu if you don't have it already, and you can take a look at it. But again, this is just us building the program together. We're never coming in with off the shelf, here's the 6 courses we're offering. It can be a whole variety of things. Some add-ons we like to put out there. One is executive coaching. So this could be a couple things. One, it could be executive coaching for the CEO who manages all of these people right underneath them. Or it could be a little bit of group coaching for all of the leaders who are managing the managers who are in the program. It could be the people in the program are getting some one-on-one sessions. So executive coaching or just having some coaching hours is a really great way to supplement the program. Something else we've done with some of our clients are these peer coaching pods. So if there's 20 individuals in the cohort, maybe we put them in groups of 4. And so then there's this sort of added responsibility for them to continue to coach each other in between the sessions, to debrief on their homework assignments in between the sessions. And the goal is to create additional community or a tight community between those different coaching pods so they have each other to lean on moving forward. Couple other program add-ons. One is micro learnings. In the past, with some of our clients, we have created little videos that go along with the different topics. So it could be additional exercises that they're doing in between their sessions. So maybe they are asked to go and have a conversation with a certain person. They're asked to watch a 3-minute video from the facilitator on X, or a TEDx talk or whatever it is. And then that becomes part of the learning. So it's really about helping the learning stick. The other program add-on we have is the DISC assessment. So DISC is really about helping people understand how everyone else communicates. So if managers needing to communicate better is part of your goal here, we might suggest this add-on. So the way this works is that the facilitator would provide the link. Everybody takes their DISC assessment. The facilitator has a 30-minute call with each person to review their own results. And then there's a 7th workshop or 7th class around DISC and how to use it and, what this means for you and what this means for your team. So great add-on if you're really focused on better communication within your teams. We've seen tons of great outcomes with this program. Obviously individuals are changing, managers are getting better, or leaders are getting better. We can see some culture change with this as people get shared language. They're sharing approaches to how they might solve a problem. They're learning they can rely on each other to share approaches long after the class is over. And they're also, they're cross-functional. You have different leaders from different departments or different managers managing different things. There's this collaboration that feeds into your organization's ability to be successful because now the managers all understand what each other is doing. And ultimately, of course, they're overcoming some of their manager challenges because being a manager is not easy, as we all know. The Manager Evolution Lab is one of our favorite services, and that's because managers can have such a huge impact on the culture. So upskill them, give them the tools that they need to be great managers, and give your culture a competitive advantage.